This YouTube channel grew from 0 to 250,000 subscribers from 3 long-form YouTube videos. Meet Chloe vs. History. Her first video got 1.1 million views, her second video got 2.1 million views, and her third video from just 10 days ago got 1.4 million views. Just off YouTube AdSense alone, if she had a $6 CPM, which is conservative, she's already made over $30,000. And that's not including brand deals or other products that she can sell in the future. This is one of the most creative YouTube channels I've seen in a long time, and today I'm going to show you exactly how you can make clips like this so you can go viral and do the same. But for this to make sense, we need to start at the beginning. So, I did what I always do when I find a new channel blowing up like this. I went into research mode. I watched every video on her channel. I took notes, I looked at how much she's making, I broke down the structure, and then I found it. A storytelling formula that's not only working, it's breaking YouTube. And her creator is making serious money from it. Here's what I noticed. First, the style. This isn't traditional animation, it's not talking head content. It's cinematic, documentary style AI video with consistent characters, smooth camera movements, and a voiceover that sounds like a Netflix documentary. Second, the topics. She's covering historical moments that most people around the world are genuinely curious about. It's wide, meaning anyone on the internet would be interested rather than something hyper-specific like cars, gardening, or business. Third, the pacing. The videos move fast, like the one you're watching now. There's a new video style almost every few seconds with no dead air, no boring moments. But in order to make a video of this quality, we would need to find a tool that could create this kind of clips. See, Chloe isn't real, she's AI. So our first step is to create a character that looks like this and then find a video platform that's able to make clips like these. And trust me, the workflow I show you today will be all you need. Step 1. First, we need to design our character. Because here's the thing, if you want to make content that looks like Chloe vs. History, you need a character that looks the same in every single shot. That's what makes it feel like a real story instead of a bunch of random AI clips stitched together. And I found one that actually works. It's called Top View. To make a character like Chloe, we have to come over to Top View and then down here click on Image and then Text to Image. Then we have to select an AI model that we're going to use, and the good thing is that Top View has all the most useful models that are available. So for this one, we're going to be selecting Nano Banana 2. Next, we have to enter a detailed prompt here to get the best possible outcome, and then set the aspect ratio to 16:9 for YouTube, and then the resolution to 4K and click Generate. Alright, so these look pretty good. We have a few options here. Personally, I like this one because she looks really realistic, and I think this is going to fit well with our YouTube scenes. Now we're just going to save this image because we're going to be using it as a reference for every scene that we generate in the video. And trust me, that's an important step because you want to keep the character consistent throughout the video. But now we need to figure out what the story will be. Step 2, the storyboard. If you look at Chloe's channel, she's not just picking random historical events. She's picking moments that have drama built in. Conflict, mystery, high stakes. These are the topics where a viewer sees the title and immediately wants to know more. So I'm going to come over to Top View Canvas and ask it to give me 10 dramatic historical events that most people have never heard of. And look at some of these. These are perfect because they already have story baked in. There's tension, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Now I need to turn this into an actual script, and this is where most people mess up. They just start writing without any storytelling structure. But if you look at Chloe's videos, there's a clear formula involved. She opens with a hook that sets up the tension, then she drops you right into the story. Then she builds a climax, and there's a resolution or some sort of a cliffhanger that keeps you wanting to watch. It's the same storytelling structure every time, and it works because it keeps people watching until the very end. So I'm gonna ask Top View Canvas to write me a script using that exact structure. And this is gonna be our script, but we're not done yet. If you want your video to flow like a real documentary, you need to plan out your scenes before you generate anything with video. And for this, we're still going to be using Top View Canvas because I want an A+, not a C- with ChatGPT. I'm going to paste in the script we just wrote and ask to break it down into a scene-by-scene storyboard. So for each part of the script, Top View will be telling me what should happen visually. And look at this, it's giving me exactly what I need. Scene 1 will be XYZ, scene 2 will be XYZ. This is basically a shot list. And so now when I go to generate video clips, I know what I'm going to be creating for each part of the story. And what I really like about Top View Canvas is that Canvas can basically help you create storyboard, script, or creative task, anything. And then it helps you plan, generate, organize, and even reuse the workflow for future content. Step 3 is voiceover. Now, Chloe's videos have her telling the story while she's actually walking through the scenes. It feels like a Gen Z reporter going back in time and showing us what was happening throughout history. To get a realistic voice like Chloe's, we're going to be using the voiceover feature inside of Top View. All you're going to do is come down here to audio, then click on voiceover, and then inside this massive library, you can choose a voice that fits your character. I'm going to choose this one, but once you've found a voice, then you just enter your script here, and I'm going to paste over that script that Canvas gave us and just click generate. For the voiceover, you can also use 11 Labs if you don't want to use Top View. All right, so once you have your voiceover done, now we get to the fun part. Step 4, generating the video clips. For generating the video clips, we're going to be using Top View's Video Agent V2. All we have to do here is paste over the script that Canvas gave us, and then down here for model, we're going to be selecting Seed Dance 2.0. We're going to set the aspect ratio to 16:9 for YouTube and the resolution to 1080p. And then one thing a lot of people forget to do here is you want to set the clip length to auto and then just click generate. And what's really nice about Agent V2 is that we don't have to generate scenes one by one anymore. Instead, we can just enter our script and Agent V2 is going to plan and generate multiple scenes for us. Basically, what this means for you is that you're no longer limited to under 15-second single shots. But in case you don't like any of the scenes that it came up with, you can actually communicate with the agent to change scenes. You can basically tell it to adjust the visual style, the actions, the scene composition, etc. Personally, I think ours are already good to go, so I'm just going to click generate video and see what it gives us back, and we're going to wait for the scenes.
A few moments later.
And once all your scenes are generated, we can just come up here and click export, and now it's time to move on to the next step. Step 5, editing. Now we need to bring everything together, because if you watch Chloe's clips, it feels like a cohesive story, so we're going to need to edit our clips together. For this, I'm going to be using Premiere Pro, but you can use CapCut, DaVinci, Final Cut, whatever you're comfortable with. The first thing we're going to do is drag over the clips and line them up in order. We're going to cut out any dead space and make sure that the pacing feels tight and punchy. In between the clips, you can either use a hard cut transition where there's no real transition, or you can use some type of a wipe or style transition to make it feel smooth. One of the things that I've noticed with my YouTube channels is that background music makes a huge difference. You want to be choosing background music that aligns with what's happening in the story. So if a scene feels like it's supposed to have tension, you want the background music to feel dark and ominous. But if a scene feels happy and light, then you want the background music to feel happy and warm. Once you're happy with the music, the last step is to add captions. Now, there are a lot of people who don't use captions on YouTube, but personally, I think that captions are huge for retention. That way, people can watch this with the sound off, or if they don't speak English as their first language, it'll keep them engaged. Great, so now that we have our final video edited, I'm gonna play 30 seconds of it so you can see how this turned out.
Okay, if you're seeing this, it means my jump glitched and I did not land where I was supposed to. Instead, I landed exactly 100 years too early, right in the middle of the single deadliest event in human history. Half the people in the city are about to die, and I have no idea if my jump watch will even turn back on. Not gonna lie, guys, this is scaring me. Middle of the day, and it's dead silent. Like the whole city's holding its breath. Hold on. Hey, sorry. What's going on? Where is everyone?
You shouldn't be here. Anyone who could leave is gone. The rest of us shut ourselves in and wait.
Wait for what?
You shouldn't be here.
Now, personally, I'm super happy with this. This is the kind of video that I watch before I go to bed. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a psychopath. Maybe that's why the retention is so high. But this feels like an investigative documentary, and I honestly think this is going to do super well on YouTube. So I'm actually going to be creating a brand new channel and uploading this video to see how it turns out. I'm going to be sharing the results in a future video, so make sure you're subscribed to see. But if you want to know how we upload videos with the best settings, I'm going to quickly run through them so you're able to get the best results possible on a brand new channel. The first thing you need to do is open a brand new YouTube channel and actually use it. Before you ever upload on a channel, you want to warm it up. You want to be watching videos, you want to be liking and subscribing to new channels. You don't want it to feel spammy, you want it to feel like a normal human is watching something on YouTube. Obviously, you're going to want a profile picture of your character, a name that is memorable, and then a banner that makes people want to subscribe. And then after a few days of warming up your channel, it's time to upload. The first thing you're going to need is a very good good title. I could make an entire video about how to do this properly, but honestly, the best way to do this is to find titles that are outliers, that are related to your subject, and just replicate them and put your own spin on them. Then you're going to want to create an engaging thumbnail. My best recommendation would be to take some engaging screenshots of your video, then give them to TopView and ask them to create an engaging YouTube thumbnail for your video. And this is what ours came up with. Then when you're uploading, you're going to want to stack the description with keywords so YouTube is able to help find your audience for this video. And lastly, we're going to click upload and see how this thing does. Typically, as someone who's started multiple YouTube channels, you should hopefully start to see a pop within the first 72 hours. But if you don't, there are ways that you can help get people to your channel. You can go to popular Reddit threads or Facebook groups that are related to your niche. If you have a school group that's related to your niche, you can drop the link there. But basically, you want to find ways to drive traffic to your new YouTube video. And you want this traffic to be people who are actually going to watch the video. You don't want this to be your mom or your aunt who doesn't really care and is only going to watch for a few seconds. When you do this properly, YouTube is going to discover the types of audiences that like your video, and they're going to show it to more people like that. Lucky for you, a channel like Chloe vs. History is pretty much applicable to everyone on the planet. And guys, again, this is a crazy opportunity. I've never seen a YouTube channel blow up as fast as this one has. But the reason this is an opportunity that everyone should be jumping on right now is that you don't need a team, you don't need a studio, and you don't need years of experience with cameras or anything like that to blow up on YouTube. With the right tools, the right formula, and the right niche, you just have to put in the work. I know some of you are extremely creative with AI. I literally gave $500 away for an amazing prompt last week in one of my videos, and I can't wait to see some of you blow up channels like this and start making money on YouTube by using this formula in the future. Feel free to drop your channel name in the comments below. Let's use it as a place to help give each other advice on how to improve and make our videos better. And if you want more videos like this, breakdowns, tutorials, and strategies that actually work on social media, you know what to do, and I will see you on the other side.